Alright folks, welcome back to Let's Play 7th Saga. I'm the Mysterious JG. For anyone watching that last video who thought he sure did seem like a bit of a whinger as far as like the distance he had to travel to get to this town, that's because I knew exactly where this town was this time. When they just tell you south and you've got to go far southwest, and actually more west almost than south, in this brand new world where you don't know where the hell you are and you've got no map to work with, it kind of sucks. But anyway, they just told us Melanam is to the, like, west or northwest or something. Which I think I can just break down and tell you now, folks. This was Melanam, as you may recall. And it's to the northwest of, well, this continent. So we're here. We're back kind of near where the game started. And we actually are. I believe the town we were arrived at and they woke us up was, like, here. We've just traveled down to, like, here. So like I said, more west than south, if I'm remembering things correctly. And these little land masses here really make things frustrating and difficult, actually, because you keep hitting them and thinking it might be like the end of the world, basically, but no, they're just little thin trails of mountains. So we're here. They told us that this new town is near the West River, which I believe refers to this, although really there's no rivers in this game. That would appear to be a big old ocean inlet of some kind. But yeah, we need to make our way up to somewhere in this big blob of space to get the game to continue. So let's get started. The road is ahead of us, so let's start out today. Still in the back of my mind thinking, now that I've got a system that will LP PS2 games much easier, Final Fantasy X2 is starting to be a really tempting thing to LP. And I did my 100 subscriber special. Nobody really seemed to want that game. Or one person who had mentioned it kind of was like, yeah, that would still be fun, and they had other suggestions. I had at least one message that was like, no, do not play Final Fantasy X2. Not because they were like, holy crap, that was the worst Final Fantasy, it's an insult to all Final Fantasy, but they were just sort of saying, all RPGs have been the same since Final Fantasy VI, and all these new ones suck, I don't want to see any of them, and yeah, I guess I'm just confessing to that here, because I think only a small core group of loyal subscribers are watching this particular LP, but now I kind of want to do Final Fantasy XP, and I don't know that the fan interest is really there. I did have at least one person tell me, hey, it would probably get you more attention than, you know, 7th Saga, which is undoubtedly true. Oh, damn it, just fucking die. Now the music gets looped through once, but because I kept hitting the fast forward key, you still haven't really heard how it's supposed to sound. But he's dead, and that's what matters. The spirit lost. I guess in theory I should heal Olvan. Oh, I appreciate that. That's very kind. Yeah, that's probably good enough for right now. Yeah, I think when I get to the next town, I'll have a state to load. And then 2 towns after that, I'll have a state to load. At which point I will not be right at the end of the game or anything, but I'll have hit the point in leveling that, yay, glad I managed to run away, because I don't want to start saving states, since I've now forgotten what save state I would need to actually use. But yeah, I've hit the point in levels where, like, the fact that I was using on this, which ain't exactly been perfect, it told me a bunch of stuff that didn't work, like the 2 party members trick and how to use that against, Valsu, the rogue apprentice. But, I mean, the guy did manage to win the game, and he suggested the levels I need to be at to win, and I'll be at those levels here, pretty shortly. Which means I've kind of hit the point in the game where I'm no longer interested in regular old combat. Not that I was all that interested to begin with, but yay, here we go, folks. This is the next town. The next glory. We can't run away from the big, giant, stationary stone block, apparently. I think this is the town that I'm thinking of. No, it's not, actually. So, oops, we don't get to load state yet. We've still got another town to get to first. This is the Kingdom of Lagina! Oh, so you guys have a king? I've just seen nothing but tiny little towns so far. I was created in Melanam for defense purposes. We will defend ourselves against you. And he kills you. Shopkeep and not a whole lot else going on. Let's see if there might be villagers in the shop who could tell me some cool stuff, but no. The old weapons shop. RPGs are bigger on weapons shops than like real world cities, unless of course you live in like the Southwest. My duty is to protect the people. I am the people's champion. If you smell what the Tujan's cooking. I think this is another little hint that if you haven't picked up on it yet, we're in the past, because there's a bunch of Tetujin who actually remember what their purpose is and stuff. I hear sorrow was defeated, is that true? If it is, I don't know what will happen to us. You live in a world with no sorrow, I mean, isn't that good? His name is Sorrow, folks. Maybe it's supposed to be Sarrow. It's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel we will not have a chance against the power that even sorrow couldn't defeat. Have you guys tried joy? Have you guys tried finding joy, finding pleasure? What will happen now that sorrow was defeated? Have you guys tried Nurse Joy, perhaps? Welcome to my inn. It rocks the house. It's cheaper than that other inn was, but it's still overpriced. 36 gold for an inn is not bad in this game, but I was gotten used to like 12 gold. Alright, here's some sage dude with like long sleeves so he can flick at you when he becomes annoyed with you. Assuming, of course, he's Zhuge Liang. You will find out more about it when you see the elder. Please go to the palace at once. What elder? Find out more about what? Okay, apparently that's where I have to go next, but only after I talk to Plot Dude. Is Camille in here? I want to fight Camille! Ropesu must be starting a new business. He always finds valuable goods in Melanam and brings them over here to sell. Yeah, but what about that artist guy? Ropesu or whatever? Oh, yeah, Ropesu would purchase something incredible for 7 million gold. Ah, that would be the thing that I need to save up gold to purchase, apparently. I think there are certain characters, if you play as them, you've got to actually buy the, well, you'll see. I just can't believe sorrow was defeated. Yes, we defeated it with joy. What's wrong with you people? Defeat sorrow with joy. We opened our hearts to Jesus and all sorts of good things happen. Nobody, no matter who, will be able to stop the coming trouble. I'm probably supposed to be a chick, but I don't talk like one. Yeah, this is like one of the sages, except that she's just wandering around in a house by herself, telling you that you can't win, so... Sarda, the sad sage. Who can we rely on? Well, you can rely on me. You can count on me. I don't even know what JT's trying to sing. Comes Fancy Palace Land. Please talk to the elder first. I may be a bearded man. I may be some sort of animal. I don't know what the hell's going on with me. Please talk to the elder first. Oh, fuck you guys. You can't say anything to me before the elders? Like, hey there, buddy, you know someplace around here where a girl can get a drink? Talk to the elder first. Oh, damn it. Talk to the elder before you can do shit. Don't even look at me or try to frickin' breathe until the elder says it's okay. I'm having flashbacks to, oh man, I'm blanking on his name now. Doros, yes, I'm having flashbacks to Doros Town. Just climb right over the pews there, that's no problem. Pew pew! This reminds me of the time back when I used to go to church with the family that some anti-Catholic propaganda was actually put in our church. But people actually went around and distributed anti-Catholic flyers in a church. It was like kind of blown away. It's like, why would you bother? I mean, who has a problem with the Catholics in America in the 21st century? But no, we had these anti-Catholic brochures. It was basically a comic book telling the story of, it's set in this dystopian future where there was the one world government was the name of it, and it was headquartered in Rome, and the people who ran the one world government wore Supreme Court robes. It was fucking awesome. And they were like, you know, passing laws that it was illegal to worship Jesus and stuff. So like the rapture came and everyone got sucked away except for the good people. And this, like the son who turned and like joined the evil like Catholic Supreme Court justices, he was sent to the fires of hell, but the rest of his family was saved. It's pretty awesome. And it was all brought back to me just by the simple fact that we walked across the pews. Oh, Protestant bigots, I love you. Now, bear in mind, folks, if you're Protestant and you're upset by what I just said, I'm using Protestant in the Catholic sense, which is to say Christians who aren't Catholics, or I guess Eastern Orthodox. So we can think of the Mormons as Protestants. I know you guys don't, because you like to distance yourself from those crazies, and I don't blame you. Now I just offended the Mormons. I don't really mean to. I'm just kind of like talking shit. They're not crazy. I'm very noble and fine religion, and I'm sure they did not put anti-Catholic propaganda in our church. You are the person who came from the future. As you might already know, you should probably stop talking shit about religions. That's not going to make you many friends. You've traveled 5,000 years into the past. Gorcia wields mighty powers of magic. He has plans to conquer the world. Once, Sorrow defeated Gorcia and sealed his power into 7 runes. However, Gorcia had some magic left. He fled into the future, where Sorrow could not reach him. So why is Sorrow dead? Gorcia knew he could not get the runes himself, so he sent you after them. When you brought the runes to him, he succeeded in freeing his power. It's your fault. Everything is your fault. You idiot. Didn't you notice each rune had a mysterious power? You know, actually, first time I played through this game, like just on the SNES, didn't get all the way through the end or anything. First time I played through this game, I thought the runes were plot items. I'd never used them as in-battle items. Completely missed out on that, honest to God. The power you felt was Gorcia's. Oh, wow. So we've been using the power of darkness? Sweet! You're the person who gave me the future. As you might... Oh, crap. He's saying the same thing again. Okay, well, glad we used dark power. People of Melnham on the northern continent are trying to use scientific methods to defeat Gorcia. Will you go there? Sure, I guess, if that's the next town in the plot. Someone in this town has created an aircraft called Airship. Use the airship to reach Melnham across the ocean. And I believe that's what somebody warned me about. Like, if you play as certain characters, you've got the whole game, because they can't buy armor and equipment for Wilmy the Alien and Lux the Tatoojan generally can't buy armor. Or weapons, or wappets. So, you can spend the whole game saving up the 7 million gold. But, if you don't play as one of those characters, I don't think you even need to buy the thing. So it's kind of like, now that I know what they were talking about, I'm kind of like, sorry buddy, but the joke's kind of on you there. How much gold have I got anyway? I have, wow, about 200,000 gold. I ain't exactly close to 7 million. The idea of leveling, like fighting off screen enough to get 7 million gold, even I would chafe at that. On an emulator. The idea of doing it on the Super Nintendo? No, I would just, like, return the game at that point. We think you can help save Sorrow. Will you help us? No, not at all. The battle between Sorrow and Gorcia almost destroyed this world. Okay, that's neat to know, I suppose. So we're in the town of, well, we passed through the town of Artis, and they told us to come here. This town is apparently the town of bearded dudes in silk robes. Would you like to learn the secrets of Zhuge When the power of Gorcia was resurrected, Sorrow knew he would not win this time. I'm the chick wearing a false beard, by the way. Nevertheless, he went to Garfoon to face Gorcia and was defeated. Gorcia stole Sorrow's power and confined him in the barrier. We want to save him, but not even we can get close to the barrier. Not even you? You guys are that freaking awesome. I don't know who this Sorrow guy is, but he's apparently more of a badass than we are. It's always fun when the game throws in a plot hero who's better than you, but that plot hero can't actually save the world. You have to do it. But everyone keeps going around talking about how awesome the plot hero is. Oh well, mad up's to Sorrow. He sounds like a pretty stand-up dude. Assuming he's not like an elven chick. Possibly an elven chick who's like me, having been sent back to the past again in like a time loop. That would be cool. Alright, so this guy's gone, so we can now come over here and, do whatever needs to be done. Just wandering around the back of the temple. Nice. You know what? Raposi spends too much money. And I'm trapped back here. Help me. So, okay, this is an interesting building. Okay, well, folks, I'm not really sure what we're meant to be doing in this building, but don't have a whole lot of choice but to explore it. So, when we come back, folks, we're going to continue exploring this big, empty building. Sounds like a great LP adventure, huh? See you then.